Yeah, so I wanted to actually ask. Okay, one thing I wanted to actually ask you um, uh, was the you had talked about the BuzzFeed article and the super chats and all that stuff because they mentioned me a lot in that article, right? And they were supposed to interview me on that, which I was going to do it, and then I just didn't because I knew it was going to be a hit piece anyway. So
I heard that you were planning on maybe being like half naked for that or something, and they wanted to bring me on the Kumite at some point.
yeah, I was planning on being extremely offensive just to try to make it even a worse hit piece than it already was, but I was just lazy. I was like, ugh.
You should have done that and then recorded it all, and then when they put it out, you should have said, "Here's my rebuttal." It's just a remix of you spinning your cock around in circles.
Yeah. So, do you think that they? Because you were saying that they lied about the super chats, right?
Yeah, everything that they say is a lie at this point. Like they had a hit piece on me, now they have a hit piece on you, and they have a hit piece on YouTube in general every other week. It's like they're really scraping the bottom of the barrel. They don't have anything else to talk about. I didn't know when BuzzFeed decided it was going to be YouTube, the news site, from a left-wing perspective. But that's apparently what they've devolved into.
And you believe that they're doing this because they can't compete, and they're trying to destroy the alt media?
Yeah, well, I mean, they already went after monetization in the AdSense sense. Now they're going after super chats. That's their next goal. That YouTube created a sort of stopgap and said, okay, well, we'll demonetize that evil Warski and all these evil blood sports people and all the political analysts. Now people are using super chats, and you're probably, arguably making even more off that than you did from AdSense. Mm-hmm. Oh no, says BuzzFeed, that's evil. These Nazis are actually making a paycheck. So, we have to make sure that they're homeless.
Yeah. Do you think that will have any effect on super chats or what YouTube's doing? Because YouTube's making a pretty penny on super chats as well, because they take about 30%, right?
They'll probably crack down a little bit on what the super chat content is. Like if someone's saying like 1488 or whatever on a super chat, I don't think they're going to bother cracking down on somebody like you, though, because you can't ably police every super chat that's made. Otherwise, you'd be giving over to other people that don't like you the ability to shut down a channel at a whim just by paying $1. It would essentially be a way to destroy another human being's presence on YouTube.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, these hit pieces are so often now. By the way, what hit piece was BuzzFeed doing on you? What was that one?
That was the one. They took the Wall Street Journal article that was like basically like Styxhexenhammer, the far-right extremist. They took that one and they slimmed it down to remove BP Earthwatch. They kept just me and InfoWars. So I'm headlining with Alex Jones on BuzzFeed's hit piece. And it was the funniest thing that I've ever read, because it's like, he's an extremist. And these people are symptoms of a larger problem on YouTube, which is right-wing extremism. And I'm sitting there, I'm thinking about like BuzzFeed's position on maybe like gay rights or something, and I'm just laughing my ass off. I can't stop because it's so great.
Yeah, and an awesome point that you made in your video too was, if there's anyone on the left who would say anything that the right would find extreme, like, punch a Nazi or, fucking, like just bashing conservatives or whatever and making it super extreme to bash them, that no one would make an article like that ever. Like that was a good point.
10 years ago they would have, though. That's the thing. They don't even realize how much they're like maybe a Bill O'Reilly 10 years ago saying, oh, you disrespected the troops by not supporting Bush. It's the same fucking shit. It's the same shit over and over and over again, generation after generation. And people keep being so short-sighted, they don't understand that it's just a generational thing. It's just the end of a current political and social paradigm. It's going to crash and burn. It's inevitable. It always has before for 10,000 years. They will lose. But that means we have to fight to make them lose. And we will fight. It's inevitable too. And it'll be great, actually, honestly, for people who are on the cutting edge of technology. It's going to be absolutely wonderful over the next 10, 20 years.
Styx has an Ouroboros in the background, and every time I see an Ouroboros, I think about the left eating its own ass, because that's exactly what they do. I mean, seriously, because like I've seen these leftists or the feminists, for example, they're going after people who, like, if you're a black feminist, then you can go after the white feminist as a privileged feminist. So they're actually constantly eating themselves, and I see it as self-destructive. I've had, I think, 4 hit pieces done on Jay's analysis: New York Magazine, Daily Cost, Raw Story, SPLC. None of them stuck. All it did was send more traffic. So I think they're losing.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, number one, it's nuts. And number two, their strategy sucks ass, because every time they do this, it's like you get a boost in your subscriber base, because people, they see on BuzzFeed or Wall Street Journal or New York Times or wherever, oh, this user on YouTube is edgy and weird and out there, and they go to check it out. And most of the time they figure that person's not actually edgy, but they might be entertaining. By the way, that Ouroboros is actually hand painted by Domino ASMR, a user on YouTube. So shout out there.
Oh, sorry, I had my mic muted. Yeah, that's like, and you were saying we have to fight, right? We have to fight to have, our freedom to speak and all that stuff. How do we do that? Like what's your thoughts on that?
Yeah. Well, the easiest way is just to realize that they are utilizing propaganda and to inform our audiences, because we've got the advantage in the sense that, 90% of everyone under 50 has a YouTube channel at this point. So we can inform people much, much more easily than the lamestream can. Nobody trusts CNN. Nobody trusts fucking Fox News and Breitbart and MSNBC and all these turds. So we can inform them, hey, there will be hit pieces on us. They will attack us because of money. We're taking their money. We're doing what they do, but we're doing it 100 times cheaper. We're not expecting a 7-figure salary or a cushy office. So that's why they're pissed off at us. And ultimately, everything else is secondary.
Yeah. But do you think anyone's like falling for it? Because the hit piece came out, right? Nothing. It was crickets. Like no one messaged me. No one said anything. Like, hey, I saw you on, but no one. And my picture was up there and everything. Like you'd think there'd be something. Like I was like, okay, let's see what happens. Nothing.
No, that's the way that it goes, because they've lost so much support. Like, can you name anybody that under maybe 40 who reads BuzzFeed and takes it seriously? I can't name a single human being that I know that's ever fronted me a BuzzFeed article, except in the context of a fan sending it to me when they defame me. So they're totally irrelevant. I mean, you look at the establishment today, they're the ones that are telling the working man, hey, you will never get ahead and you shouldn't expect to get ahead. And if you do expect that and get mad because you can't, then you're a bigot or something. This is the establishment that we're fighting. They're totally fucking inept.
Yeah.
BuzzFeed is totally inept. Salon had to downsize its offices not a couple months ago. Did you see that story where they had to move to a cheaper location because they're like, oh yeah, we got like $2-3 million in debt, so we're gonna have to downsize a little bit.
That is,
it was so great. I almost orgasmed when I read the story.
That's why I came as a boomer. I got my boomer mustache and I got my boomer outfit and my 90s boomer shades to tell you to get a haircut and put on a shirt or something. I've been watching Fox News and I do what they say.
Yeah. That's the funniest part, is when people think that I'm like a Fox pundit or something like that. It's like, no, Bill O'Reilly constantly rambles about people like me. I'm exactly the sort of person that he would warn you not to let your children associate with, because I'll turn them into a Satanist or something.
Yeah, I get so many comments. Oh, Styx is on? Yo, tell him to put on a shirt. I'm like, I don't think he ever will.
Dude, put on some armor. Put some armor on.
I actually thought about wearing the combat helmet earlier, but then I looked at it and I'm like, well, yeah, I have to tie my hair back and it'd be a difficulty.